Hey folks, welcome to this special conversation on Business Redefined. I know it's Thursday. We typically have conversations on Tuesday, but why not have a special edition and talk about matters real estate? And we are privileged to have the founder and managing director of Lifestyle Estates, Bwana Peter Karoki. Karibu sana.
Thank you.
Thank you for creating time to speak to us.
Yeah.
Many Kenyans might not be familiar. When you talk about lifestyle estates, we see your billboards, we see your developments in brochures, etc. What exactly do you do and what segment of the market are you targeting?
Simple. We build houses, and we build houses for the middle income bracket in the country, and we've been at it for the last 12, almost now we're going to 13 years. Yeah, we've done almost 1,500, apartments and houses in total in the country, and we have lined up so much coming up. Simple. We build houses. Yeah.
So you have projects at Tatu, you have some in Syokimau. Give us some color around your footprint.
Well, we started in 2012, as I said. Along the way, we've done we've done actually 6 estates. Lifestyle Gardens, Lifestyle Terraces, Lifestyle Signature, Lifestyle Bustani, Lifestyle Heights now, and now doing Lifestyle Heights too. 4 of the projects so far, we were small when we started.
Yeah.
So 4 of the projects are fully sold and fully done. Fully done, fully built and fully sold. We have 2 projects ongoing. We've got another project that we're calling Lifestyle Bustani that we want to start in the course of this year. That's the current situation currently. I said, okay, we've done 1,500 houses so far. Probably in another 10 years, we'll double that or even triple it. I don't know. God knows. Yeah.
You had a very interesting story around how the COVID period was an inflection point, if I could say, for you, because many property developers in this market struggle with offtake, and they particularly struggled during COVID time. Your script was different. Tell us about it.
Yeah. I can tell you this. That was, for us, an aha moment. That Eureka moment. We found it. We've seen. We've created what it takes now to deliver in the market, and it started this way. For the first, I think, like 6 years of our existence, we didn't have much problem. We built houses, apartments in the side of Nairobi where there was, Syokimau, where there was quite good uptake. But then we come to this side of Tatu, and we structure the biggest project so far for us, because it was built then to cost 4.5 billion Kenya shillings. And we thought this is going to be quite good, and we knew it's going to be quite good, and we planned all that. Started back in 2017. Initially wanting to do 550 houses at that particular time. That was our plan. We start off on the ground, we get the contractor, we issue the contracts and everything. And when we started in 2017, we went on, and uptake was quite slow. 2017, 2018, 2020, quite slow. At around 2020, as we were just closing, just before COVID, we knew that things are not working for us anymore. We had only sold about 30 units out of 200 that were geared to finish at that particular time. And I just gathered my consultants, my team, the contractor, and I told them we got to stop just before COVID, and we stopped. At that particular time, we had done 196 units, almost 200. And our uptake was only 30. That is about 15%. And COVID came. The few people, the 30 people who had bought and like 15, 20 were in, they started enjoying the facilities that were there. And the facility had been made for about 500 people. As they were just staying there, and COVID has come, and we've closed up. The country is closed up. We started seeing a bit of interest. Why? The interest came because we had facility in a children play area, a very good children play area. We had a shopping complex. We had, areas for people to rest, where people can go out. Remember, during COVID, the whole country was crossed up.
Yeah.
The social places were crossed up. No one would go anywhere. Because of that, and because of people going out, because people can be able to walk in an estate, in other places they couldn't be able to walk, we started seeing interest. And as I said, it was kind of, a surprise for us.
Yeah.
And that interest materialized into sales. And from then on, sales started peaking. By 2021, we've recorded the contractor and gave him the contract and gave him now as a part contract, yeah, to go on with the rest of the development. And from then on, we've never stopped.
Wonderful.
But why did customers came? We realized, because we had the open spaces, because we had places for children to play, because we had places, where people could relax outside. And basically, we just don't build structures and houses. We build places that people can have, that interaction, that life.
Yeah.
And we like saying that we're doing the African community way of living, but in a more structured way and quite well acceptable by the by the young people now, by the people who have traveled, who are exposed, and all that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Speak to us about the importance of strategic location in your success, especially when you look at the Kamiti Corner area.
Anyone who's gone to business school and anyone who knows about how to start off businesses will tell you one of the things you're ever taught in business school when you go, when you're talking about entrepreneurship and you're talking about businesses, location is important for any business. We discovered Kamiti Corner, or it was there. But for a very long time, Kamiti Corner has been viewed as an area that is insecure. That is one. The second one was it was quite undeveloped. And there weren't people who were living there. There were coffee farms all around. It is very, very near Nairobi. It's only 17 kilometers from Nairobi. The climatic condition there is quite good compared to the rest part of, when you go to the southern part or the eastern part of Nairobi. It's very different. Because of that, we knew sooner or later this area is going to develop and become a very good hub especially for real estate. Remember, at Kamiti Corner itself, there are 3 roads that, just meet at the junction. And that's why it's called Kamiti Corner. There's the road that's called Kamiti Road, all the way from TRM, Thika Road. This is the road that comes from Riro and the road that comes from Kiambu. And the whole of the area now is becoming a hub for real estate. And there's so many people who settled up there. We went there. We bought land when people were not able, were not, willing to buy land because of what it's been. Kamiti Corner had been, the way it was being looked at before. It was being looked at as a very insecure place. So we got a lot of land around the area, and I would say that, what they say, watch this space. It's going to be quite different in few years' time, God willing, because you always, think that we are not able unless our mighty, helps us. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It looks to me like you are playing in the residential space, mixed use. Is there any plan, or what are your thoughts around venturing into commercial spaces as well?
Yeah. Okay. I don't want to tell you about all our plans. It's just letting the cat out of the bag so early. But we have a lined up commercial complex. We've got a big portion of land, around 13 acres. It's actually at the center, at the center of Kamiti Corner. We are in the process of trying to get approvals. Of course, change of use are first, then approvals. And probably in 5 years' time maximum, we should be able to come up with our first, I would say, commercial development that it's going to, and it's going to go along the same lines that we do, being responsive to the customer, delivering on time to the customer, and changing the way people feel the African developers, and not really say the African developer, because we got this in this country. A lot of people thinking that anything good can only be done by people from the West or from people from the East, especially the developed West and the East here. But unfortunately, a lot of those people in this country, they come to get maximum benefit, not to deliver. Really, they deliver, yes, some of them do deliver, but they deliver, they get maximum benefit. For us, it's different. It's slightly different. We understand our people. We understand our people's needs. I would say we are also quite well traveled and exposed. We know what the people want. As some of the people in the industry says, we are Africans and we know Africa, and we love Africa, and we want to develop Africa.
Okay. Yeah. You've touched on something which I'm sure many viewers would be curious about. How have you ensured that across your projects you are consistent, you standardize, you deliver on time in a market where, and let's be honest, we have real estate players who have been rogue and have really seen investors burn their fingers. How do you ensure your consistency?
We are genuine. We are honest. We know how to work with the numbers. I'll tell you one of the reasons why a lot of people don't deliver. The intentions are very good. They want to deliver. Whenever someone starts a real estate project, a lot of people really want to deliver, but they don't have full realization about what it takes to deliver. Okay, they will know I want to deliver, to do this kind of estate, but then it involves construction. Construction, I said the other day, it involves you putting in your money first and getting pay at the end of, probably 3 years. A lot of people are not that patient. The second one is that a lot of people also, when they get money upfront, somebody, is paying, upfront for off-plan, thing with money, you get excited. A lot of people get excited with that money. Banks want to see a track record. When you get money from people, it's off-plan, and you have not set out what you want to pay. When do you pay the contractor? When do you pay the owners of the land? And people buy land on credit. Owners of the land, and all that. Along the way, the contractor might get out of sight. Along the way, people stop paying you, isn't it? Because of that failure to realize the business model. And the business model is very simple. You start, you do not divert money at all. You have you have worked your figures very well. You know how much it is to deliver, and then you've got a bit of your money, because there's no way you're going to do real estate without a bit of your money. People think it has a lot of money, but you need a bit of your money. You have a bit of your money that you can be able to go up to 10-20%. You got land, and then you are honest like us. Initially, when we started, we really struggled, and let's say our first project. It was quite difficult to get the customer to trust us. And we did a lot of marketing. And we had to liquidate. I had to liquidate a bit of my properties, other properties, to be able to build. Even the bank did not trust us then. But along the way, when the bank came to trust us, when the customers, when we delivered the first section of the project, trust started coming in. Since then, we deliver on time. We don't take advantage of the customer. We don't divert money. That is one of the biggest aspects. We made the bank run on time. And we've built a big following, a big following. And I'll say, I see a lot of potential.
Okay.
And for ourselves, I see a lot of potential for anyone who want to do this business and do it well.
Peter, so we're having a conversation, and let's talk about pricing, because definitely people will be interested to know, how do you price your units? And in an environment where the cost of inputs keep escalating, how do you ensure your margins are kept in a very firm lead, and then the product you're putting in the market is competitive?
You know, there's so many pricing models in business. This you can decide to follow cost, or you can decide to follow, where you follow, you say, my margins will be just right above cost. Or you can, like, what Mercedes does is they sell in the name, the brand, and all that here, in pricing it. But ours is very simple. We've follow the cost model. We first know how much does it take for us to be able to deliver this. We've got one advantage. We've got land. In most cases, we bought. When the cost of land was quite, was low. Like now, our case in Tatu, we bought our land when the price was quite low. So we, whenever we're doing our costing, our cost does not change. How we bought, we can revalue the land, yes, and that's an advantage to us. It gives us a bit of margin because of the cost of the land and what is happening. But basically, we agree with the contractor. This is how much it costs to deliver. This unit. We have the main contractor, the subcontractors, and then we know what is our cost for the land, and what's our cost for marketing, what's our cost for admin, and with that, and the cost, of course, cost for the loan, isn't it? Yeah. With that, we are able to get what is the first price that we are going with a very small margin. We don't have big overheads ourselves.
Yeah.
We don't go for ourselves big salary. That's what also that what messes up a lot of, especially the companies that comes from out of this country, what we normally call the foreign direct investors. Some of those comes with so much fixed overhead. They offer themselves big salaries. The return on investments is expected to be quite high. So we start with low margins. And of course, this is business.
Yeah.
As the acceptance of the estates gains momentum, we increase a bit because we want to remain in business. We want to go to the next project. The second one is that we try as much as possible to lower costs of delivery, especially the variable costs associated with the project. One of them is the interest on the bank loan.
Yeah.
The interest on the bank loan, and I told you we don't divert money at all. We go to a project, and that project, we make sure that all the proceeds that are coming in goes to that project. Because of getting money and the trust we have from customers upfront, we make sure that we liquidate the loan we have taken as quickly as possible. Yeah. Because of liquidating the loan, we clear off a big portion of our expense, which is the interest on the bank, on the bank loan. Because of the acceptance from the customer, our marketing costs and our sales and marketing costs are quite low. Quite low. Nowadays, because of the IT world, the online
social media,
we really don't have so much of it, of the cost on marketing. But we have a bit of it, but not so much of it. So now we try to make our costs low as much as possible, and that contributes. We still have our margins. Yeah. We cannot be continuing, and if we didn't have a margin, we have a margin. Yeah. We've basically learned how to do this business efficiently. We're more efficient. Wonderful. And because of being efficient in what we do, we make sure that the contractor delivers on time, we pay him on time, we deliver the units on time, we get money up front, people trust us, they give us money on time. We've gotten quite a lot of advantages that helps our business become efficient.
Well, now, Peter, let's talk about two projects which are of interest. We've seen brochures out here, Lifestyle Bustani and Johari.
Lifestyle Bustani is an estate that is now, we started last year. It is on about 14 acres of land, 90 units, 4 and 5 bedrooms, townhouses, and what you call villas or townhouses. Quite spacious because the space is about build up space for the house is about 300 around 350 square meters. Quite big for a house here. It is at Kamiti Corner, very near, in fact, like 200 meters from Kamiti Corner on the road to Kiambu or Kirigiti, and or to Kirigiti, and it's coming up very well.
Yeah.
It is going to change the neighborhood of Kamiti Corner completely because of the way it is. And I remember how we are as a, as a real estate developer. We deliver on quality, so it's going to change. We've got quite good interest on the people who want to purchase, and a lot of people. Almost now we've got like over 15% bookings. We are just about finishing now the show houses, and we should be able to start now full, on the phase one.
Yeah.
And that's what people look for. And I remember what I told you, that a lot of customers look at how are you first able to put in your money, and is the project going to become a reality or not? Because in most cases, projects that don't become reality, customers are very cautious. They come, book with very little money. Some people will keep on coming, and this is what we keep on getting. Some people will keep on coming for 2-3 months until they make that decision. The moment they realize the project will be a reality, and then they put in their money. Okay. And again, for us at that time, we up the price a bit. But for Lifestyle Bustani, the way it is now, it is going to take off in full in the course of time. We've done the perimeter fence, we've done the entrances, we've done the show houses, and I can tell you it's going to totally change. The 90 units are going to change the face of Kamiti area.
Johari.
Yeah, Johari. Yeah. Lifestyle Bustani costs about between 32, I think, yeah, 32 to 43 million, depending on the size of the house. And we've realized that we've left out a big portion or a big group of people who want to get out from the apartment to their own place where they have their own parking, their own backyard. Some of us, we Africans, we still want to plant some skuma somewhere, some bananas, somewhere. So a lot of people want to get away from the apartments, want to go to their own house. A lot of young people, not even young people, even older people nowadays, they don't want to go into all that hassle of building their own house, the brick and mortar. That work is good. And dealing with fundis, dealing with, buying the materials here. So we found out that through a marketing research, that a lot of people would want a house that costs, I would say in the sale bracket of 20 to 25 million. Okay. So Lifestyle Johari, we're structuring, we do a bit of value engineering, a house that will be in that bracket. Okay. Between 180 to 200 square meters. And we've got the knowledge, we've got the ability, we already have the land, we know how to deliver that kind of unit. Okay. And it's actually being, I would say, it's attracting a lot of interest. A lot of interest, yeah. The other one, Bustani, is for high end. Yes. You'd want to say, because that's quite a money, isn't it? Yeah. The Bustani, the Lifestyle Johari will be, this one is a real jewel. Johari means jewel, in Kiswahili. It will be a real jewel for quite a lot of people. And I'll tell you, there's some of projects that we've gotten it right at start. And in 2-3 years, we've cleared.
I see.
Yeah.
We're out of time. Let me give you an opportunity to give us your parting shot to viewers. What would you like them to have as a takeaway when you think about lifestyle estates?
Lifestyle estates, in short, I would say, is a local owned company. I led the company, but we have so many people, who are stakeholders in it. From start, we are African people who love Africa and who knows what is good for African people. We are filled in most cases as African people, as people do know, we are not able to deliver, a lot of things on time. We're different. We want to show our people, and it's been shown in so many other places. If ever you traveled to Kigali, Rwanda, you traveled to South Africa, you traveled to so many places. There's so many places that now that kind of way of thinking is changing. African can be able to deliver. What I can say with a lot of certainty is Lifestyle Estate is going to be a company that is going to be in this space. It's good with that a company that will be in this space of real estate development for the long haul. And we want to have value for our customers.
Mr. Peter Karok, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. Thank you.
We have been having a conversation on real estate, residential to be precise, and drilling down to a focus on lifestyle estates, the various portfolio they have in terms of offering, what's in the pipeline, including what he just mentioned about Johari targeting those who want to exit from their apartments, get to a nice swanky place at a cost-effective rate. You should be keeping an eye on that project, which I'll be updating you on the latest as and when it unfolds.